Testing 1 2. Testing. All right, let's start up by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is Babylon is a Spectacle to the World. And pretty much, this is based off of a video that was sent to me by the priest Zabak from the New York camp. And pretty much the name of the video here is called The World is a Stage. This is based off of, a movie that came out back in 1993. You had the part 1 and then the part 2, and it's called Hot Shots Part 2. Right? And pretty much, let's see. Delete that. I had the other one up, but I guess I got rid of that one. And pretty much it's like a parody, on the Rambo series. And pretty much that's what they focus on. But the individual that you see here, which is an actor, by the name of Lloyd Bridges. I'm trying to get a better picture of him. Right here. He plays, individual in there, part 1. And then in part 2, he plays the president of the United States. And pretty much he plays a bumbling idiot. And the brother put this video up. And, we believe that this whole thing's been staged. And this guy's been made to look like a buffoon. Because pretty much, the use for America is pretty much already used up. This place is finished. And all of the nations around the world are looking down on America. As to at one time, they were looking up to it. Now they're looking down upon it. Because America at one point used to be the beacon of the world, pretty much. And that's why in Isaiah 14 and 4 it says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. And Arnold Schwarzenegger said that there's a documentary out on him. I think it's a new one. And pretty much he was saying that when he was young, he looked at America as being this great place for great opportunities. I forget exactly how he put it. And pretty much that's the sentiment that people have. And then when they get here, they don't have that same expectation. But being that this is the hope that they had, they pretty much keep that mindset, of this is, the greatest place you could have ever been to. And really it's the worst place that you could ever be in, even though you have certain perks. And, pretty much those perks are not really as appealing to the nations anymore because they pretty much got what they wanted. They're pretty much on an upward spiral and America's on a downward spiral. So I put this video in the description box. You can watch it. They show this guy, this bumbling idiot shit that he does. They show him falling down the stairs, just like, Joe Biden does. I'm trying to see if I can catch any. And I believe he fell down the stairs on a ship, not the plane, but I'm not positive. I can't really find this, it's not really working with me to get the right, the right scene. But you could watch it for yourself and you could see that pretty much, this is pretty much a grooming of what they have Joe Biden play. He's, falling around. He's like a bumbling idiot. So pretty much what that's doing is it's making America look incompetent. It's making America look stupid. Why? Because the Lord pretty much is finished with this place, and regardless of if it's being staged this way or not, the so-called elite are pretty much done with America as far as being the main catapult for the New World Order. They already got everything in place that they need. So I thought about this scripture here, Nahum 3. This is dealing with ancient Nineveh. but it also applies today, because when you update it, this is talking about America today. So Nahum 3 and 4 says, because of the multitudes of the whoredoms of the well-favored hearted. And America was well-favored at one time. And in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, it addresses America, or identifies America, as an harlot, whom all the kings or the rulers of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Then it says the mistress of witchcraft. Now, mistress is a feminine way of saying master, and they've mastered the arts of witchcraft from all of these other empires and incorporated them all into America, that selleth nations through her whoredoms. And that's what they've done. You know, slaves was a big commodity in this country, and it still is around the world. It says in families through her witchcrafts, and that's all it is whoredoms and witchcrafts that they're pushing upon the world, you know, enchantments. So much so now that they're trying to say that slavery never existed, you know, and they got, you know, stuff out there trying to debunk slavery had never happened, because what's happening is, as generations progress, they're trying to erase that shameful spewing of their glory, you know. So they know that as each generation comes, the older generations ain't gonna go for it, but the newer generations, if they keep hearing that over and over again, after a while, they're gonna look at you like you're bugged out for speaking about, you know, slavery happening in this country, and how the so-called how the Edomites took this country and this side of the world from the natives that were here, so-called North American Indians, the Northern Kingdom, so on and so forth. You know, it says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's pretty much pulling the wool, you know, off of the eyes of people. The scriptures also say that, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I can't, the veil cast, Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people. And all people are starting to see that America is full of shit, and they're looking at it as a joke, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So behold, back in Nahum 3:5, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. And this is why they're coming down, because the Lord said he is against them. It says, and I will discover thy secret, I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. In other words, the Lord is going to show the world your wickedness, you know, and the nations are seeing it, and they also seeing the embarrassment, you know, that this, you know, modern president is promoting or showing to the world, to the American people. It says, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. It says, I will cast abominable filth upon thee. And this is why you see all of this, you know, prith, you know, going on, prith demon going on in America, because it's starting to show the abominations of this place, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a what? As a gazing stock. Because eventually this place is going to be destroyed. That's a gazing stock. But also, when we look up this word gazing stock here, comes from the Hebrew word ra'ayah, which goes back to the Hebrew word ra'ah, which means to see. It says looking, appearance, seeing, sight, seeing, appearance, sight, spectacle. So they're making this place a spectacle. You have, you know, this place has become a spectacle. Let's see what it says for gazing stock. It says a person or thing gazed at by many, especially with curiosity or contempt. And this place has become a gazing stock to the world. You know, this is why when you go back to 1993, this movie here, you know, Hot Shots Part 2, you know, that shows this guy Lloyd Bridges to be the president of the United States. He pretty much is a bumbling idiot, even though it's a parody, you know, even though it's supposed to be like funny, but it's no coincidence that it's mirroring today, you know, what Joe Biden is doing today. Now, Ecclesiasticus 18 and 30 says, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. And here in America, they don't refrain people from their lust. They encourage people to go after their lust. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, like America has, how she has lived deliciously, so much torment give her, she will make thee what? A laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee. So pretty much this place has been made a laughing stock to the world, you know. she's become a gazing stock. I'm sorry, a laughing stock to the world. So even America's enemies puffing at her, maligning her, are looking down upon this place and laughing at this place. Like, look at this joke. This is supposed to be the golden city. This is supposed to be the hammer of the earth. This is supposed to be that, the leaders of the free world, right? And Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And the thing is that now that she's accomplished what she's supposed to have accomplished worldwide and got the whole system going, pretty much the Lord don't need her no more. It says that they made all the earth drunken, right? And they made all the earth drunken with her philosophies, her policies, and everything else that they, and her beliefs. It says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? Because they're pissed off and also they're bugged out. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And she can't be healed. This is why you see the buffoonery that's going on. Never in history would you ever, even though we know that being the president is a joke, but other people don't know that, don't realize, that they think that being the president is the top position in this country. As it's supposed to, it's looked at as a position of esteem. But when you look at it and you see what's really happening, it's really a joke. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone to his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So the last thing left for this place is destruction. But before it is destroyed, it had to be revealed, which that's already happened. And now it's being made a gazing stock, a spectacle to the world, a laughing stock to the world. All right. So Babylon has become, Babylon is a spectacle to the world. So with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. Till the next time I say shalom. And check that video out if you get a chance. Shalom.